Participant seen in Al-Jalani. Isn't it true that you were on Earth when the Reapers attacked? How do you justify running away while millions of people on Earth die? Is that the best we can expect from the Alliance?
I came to get help for Earth. For everyone.
What about all the people suffering while you play politics with the Council? What about them? How can you stand here while our families die? What are you going to do?
Kalisa, we're doing everything we can.
So I'll stab you through the shoulder.
Before they cut the feeds, there were so many dead.
I'm gonna stop the Reapers or die trying, but I need your help. Keep asking the hard questions. Don't let the Council forget about Earth.
I will. Thank you, Commander. We haven't always seen eye to eye, but I'm glad you're on our side.
See you later. Okay, now it's time to go to our beloved ship.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. One moment, please.
Thank you.
Now arriving at Docking Bay D-24.
Just the docking bay I was looking for. Look at that. Does that not look glorious, seeing the Normandy out of the window like that? That is just... I like it. I like it a lot. Also, these sounds, are they not the most Star Wars-y sounds you've ever heard? There are possibly other sci-fis these days that involve ships, but I don't actually watch that much. Anyway, on the ship. This isn't the Normandy. What the hell? Am I playing Slender, the 8 pages? Okay, up. Well, look who it is. It's the personification of all of Shepard's grief and regret. The little boy we never really knew and who was on the screen for less than a minute in total. Possibly it could have been Caden filling the role of her grief and regret, but I guess not. After all, that wouldn't be as emotionally manipulative on a mass audience level. Hello, cutie. Reaper farts. Enough to make anyone run. How can you go so much faster than me and then vanish? It's so not fair. There you are. I wonder what happens if we just ignore that kid and just go elsewhere. I get bored, that's what happens. So. Don't cry. Everything will be okay. Well, actually, it won't. But there's a bench. You could chill out on this bench rather than crouching on the floor. Eh? I mean, just look at the construction on that. You will have a comfy bum. Come on, I'll come pick you up and plonk you on it. Come to me so we can sit on the bench. I don't like benches. I'd rather catch on fire. No! Bye! I hate it when children do that! See a little side eye like, what a fucking weird dream that was. Who wrote that? Who the hell is at my door? Would you even hear it?
Yara, can I help you?
I've been forwarding the Turian Counselor information on the Prothean device. It can't be built without Council support, but he's not budging until their Primarch is safe.
I know.
Are you all right?
I didn't get what you'd call a good night's rest.
There's more to it than that, isn't there? What's really bothering you?
When the Reapers hit, I could hear people screaming in the streets below me. We left a lot of them behind.
There's no way for you to save them all. But I know you're doing everything you can. and you'll get back there in time to help.
I hope you're right.
Don't blame yourself, Commander.
Commander Shepard? I'm Specialist... Oh. I beg your pardon. I thought you were alone.
I was just leaving.
Commander Shepard, I'm Comm Specialist Samantha Traynor with Alliance R&D. I was part of the team retrofitting the Normandy after you turned it over to the Alliance. There weren't many of us aboard when the Reapers hit.
Slow down, Specialist Trainer. You're doing fine.
Thank you. I worked in a lab. I never thought I'd be serving on a ship.
Why don't you tell me about the retrofits?
The ship's in line with Alliance regs now, and it has new, top-of-the-line, quantum entanglement communicators. In fact, Admiral Anderson had intended to use the Normandy as his mobile command center.
That's no longer an option.
Yes, I heard he chose to stay and fight. In any event, I'm honored to serve under you, Commander. For as long as you need me, that is. They only sent me here to oversee the retrofits.
Shepard, some of our systems require further testing, and Specialist Trainer has been extremely effective during installation. I would prefer that she remain.
Got it, Edie.
Oh, wait, since when does a virtual intelligence make requests?
Edie's an AI. Fully self-aware.
Oh, I knew it. I knew Joker was lying.
Jeff requested that I pretend to be a simple VI to protect myself. I apologize for the deception.
Thanks, Edie, and I apologize for all those times I talked about how... attractive your voice was. Anyway, shall I give you a tour? I think you'll be impressed by the new upgrades. In the CIC, you'll find the galaxy map where you can set the Normandy's destination.
Ooh.
You can also check your messages at your private terminal.
Ooh.
The War Room houses a strategic command center for mission-specific intel and war analysis.
Huh?
The shuttle bay contains an armory where you can modify your equipment between missions. Finally, Liara has set up a lot of hardware down in the old XO office on Deck 3. I think she's claimed that room. And there you are. Still the same ship as before, it just flies Alliance colors now. Speaking of which, I believe Admiral Hackett would like to speak to you at the VidCom.
Well, let's get down there straight away.
Commander, Udina updated me on your meeting with the Council. Sounds like they're running scared.
The Council's been a pain in my ass from day one. I'm done with them.
Then what's your plan?
I'm trying to get the Turian Primarch for a summit meeting with the Asari and Solarians. I'll bypass the Council and appeal directly to their leadership.
That's good, I like it. This is where we start laying the groundwork for our counterattack.
Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot to back it up right now.
Then build alliances. Gather everything and everybody you can for the cause.
What about the Prothean device?
Find me people who can help build it, and if you can't, I'll take ships, soldiers, supplies, whatever you can get. We need to keep hitting the Reapers across every theater of war they open. Buy us time to figure out the device.
And when it's finished?
Assuming it ever is, we pool all our resources. Think of it as a giant armada for delivering the device when the Reapers are most vulnerable. The stronger you can make that armada, the better the chances of punching through.
What about Earth, sir?
We'll just have to hope Anderson and what's left of the Alliance forces can hold out until we've dealt with the enemy.
I understand.
Good. Then make it happen, Commander. I'll be expecting regular updates on your progress. Hack it out.
See ya. Okay, so now we finally get to explore the Normandy proper. It is very... well, it's not that different, but it's different enough to be a bit of a culture shock. For starters, I don't know why the Alliance uses evil red lights everywhere. I mean, their colour is meant to be blue, and yet it's blue on the outside, but the inside of the ship is mostly this horrible, dull red light that you see everywhere, and it just makes the ship so daunting and lonely and ghostly. You'll see what I mean. It's like, look at that. That is not a door anyone wants to step through, is it? So let's have a look at this. I'll just show you what's going on here. The war terminal Okay. The people, weapons, armies, and fleets that you've accumulated are your war assets. The overall readiness of the the galaxy determines how effectively these assets will perform in the final battle. So, right, basically, your effective military strength. The blue is the military strength that we actually have. The grey is the military strength that we could have, and I'll explain that in a minute. This line, we've got to get blue all the way to that line in order to just scrape by the ending with some sort of meagre survival. Spoilers, but since they say that from day one in all these sort of game dev commentaries and trailers, I guess it's not that much of a spoiler. You know, you may or may not survive. Woo, spoilers! But anyway, yeah, so you've got to get blue there. And any blue above that just makes the ending less and less bleak. So the way to get that grey to be blue is to play the multiplayer, which obviously is not everyone's taste. I was going to say not anyone. No, the multiplayer's alright actually, it's not that bad. It's just you and 3 other guys fighting off waves of enemies. It's fun enough. But anyway, if you don't want to do that, there is enough stuff in this game to get the blue to full without ever having to fill the grey up by doing multiplayer. Now, they promised that all along. That actually was not the case when the game first came out, so boo on them. But these days, there is now enough, so good. You can get through this game with the best ending, completely single player, if you like. So let's have a look. This is all lore stuff, you know, if you're a lore junkie, if you really want to read about how the war is going, and that's quite cool, like in this game, if you check the codex a lot, you actually sort of get to see a lot of updates on battles that are happening, and some of them sound really cool, things that you'd really want to see, but you obviously don't get to, because even the team at BioWare don't have enough man-hours to sort of show every single battle in a galaxy-wide war. But yeah, a lot of lore, you get to learn what all these things that we have are, and obviously we're going to get a lot more. And Ella's, apparently news is worth 5 points. Khaleesi's worth 10, so Khaleesi out-newses you, Diana. But yeah, you know, just cool little stuff. And we'll get all sorts as we go, and you get to read about it, and it's kind of fun. I won't read it, though, because that's just not the tempo that these videos are going for, is it? You don't want to hear me reading pages.
I can't believe the council won't help. Come on, Sarah. If Thestia was lost and Earth hadn't been touched yet, you can be damn sure we'd be guarding our own borders.
That's our 2 lovely security ladies who guard this door, and no other door.
Commander, the Alliance has found a new Cerberus lab on Sanctum. Admiral Hackett would like you to investigate.
Is that the case?
Commander, come to check on your new recruit?
Just wanted to see how you were doing.
Still trying to get my bearings. When I was working on the Normandy's upgrades, I left at the end of the day. I didn't even have a toothbrush or a change of clothing until I made some emergency purchases on the Citadel.
Next time you need something, just ask. You're not alone here.
Oh, it's no trouble, Commander. I'm sure you have larger concerns.
We can put in a requisition order.
My toothbrush is a Cision Pro Mark 4. It uses tiny Mass Effect fields to break up plaque and massage the gums. It costs 6,000 credits.
Okay, yeah. You're on your own with that.
In any event, I appreciate you giving me the chance to stay. Was there anything else?
How'd you end up in the military anyway?
My family didn't have money for university. When the Alliance saw my aptitude scores, they offered me a full scholarship. I served my required years after graduation and decided to stay. I really like the challenges of the lab. Although, I'm sure I'll grow to love frontline service as well.
I'm surprised you're worrying about a toothbrush. We got bigger problems right now.
Oh, believe me. Seeing the Reapers on Earth was terrifying. But I won't help anybody by bursting into tears here in the CIC, will I? Being here on the Normandy helps. If anyone in the galaxy can stop the Reapers, it's you. And if flagging your messages and managing strategic intel helps you in any way, then it's worth it.
You worked in Alliance R&D?
Yes. You'd think quantum entanglement would make communication easy, but imagine incorporating multiple incoming sources and then networking them with extrapolations of time-lag data to construct a coherent situation GUI. It's an exciting challenge. For me, anyway.